Hey guys, welcome back to Empire with Azrael and Max. Max is currently asleep because he has this thing called a job where he has to work from 5 till midnight, but he's gonna get up in a second. Azrael's up, feeling all good, and he's currently trying to get some magic practicing because I need him to learn a couple spells. Right now he's only got Desperio, Deliriate, and Infatuate. At some point I need him to learn Burgliate. But what I also need him to learn is Chillio, Minionize, Zip Zap, and Inferniate. Like these basic untamed spells, because Azrael's got a job to do. He needs to go into the Pancakes house. He needs to go and, you know, not so much torture them, but dispose of the Pancakes for just a little while. Just a little while. Enough to just scramble their thoughts and leave them all confused. And, you know, leave something there as kind of a message that, you know, you don't mess around with these guys. And Max is up, feeling very sad. Oh, are you sad? Body insecurity because you're average. Oh, poor baby boy. I mean, he's not a baby boy. I don't like the idea that somebody is a baby if they're a full-grown adult because it just sounds weird to me. I try very hard not to use it, but poor boy. But Max is up, feeling pretty sad, but also just like how beautiful that tattoo is. And his tiny little, like, tropical flower. He's just getting up. He's going to have some breakfast, and Azrael is practicing. There's also another thing Azrael's got to do today while Max is out. He's also got his enemies. I mean, Yona still doesn't like him because of when he tried to go and find Coda. But Dana, whatever that name is, and Irish do not like Azrael. He has apparently been causing some problems, but also, look how many friends he has. Look how many friends he's had. He's actually really good friends with Nita. He's good friends with Tane. Well, not good friends, but he's friends with Tane. Celia, Carly, that military woman who's apparently married to Travis. And friends with Moana. I've also changed aging, so now only the active households will age, which means that the Ember Sharps and Seraphil and Bose houses aren't gonna age up without me telling them to, because these guys, like, I've got some, like, this is rotational gameplay now, so, you know, there's gonna be way more because Gabriel's gonna be getting his own spin-off. We now have Castiel and Eden spin-off coming up as well. And so I need to be able to have them all age, but not age without me letting them age. So aging is now for only the active household, which means that, are you going to give yourself a pep talk? Haha, Azrael has learned Inferniate, finally. Perfect. Alright, Azrael, you need to learn Chillio next, or at least Zip Zap. We're going to be getting those untamed spells in. Like, that's the important bit. We get the untamed spells in. Max, he's feeling pretty sad. He needs to get disliked by 4 Sims, so he needs to get, like, a 4th person to hate him. Zayden, Bob, and Triton do not like him at all. So we might have to either find a rando in the wild, wandering around the island, and be absolute garbage to them. Just be the meanest we can be, or we go and find someone in the wild. But right now, the poor boy, oh, he's feeling energetic now, which is really good. He's not feeling sad anymore. So what I'm gonna have you do is you need to get your mischiefness up, which means I think, like, can you troll? Yeah, I'm gonna let him troll for a few hours then. He's gonna troll. You're feeling dehydrated. You are not feeling dehydrated now. Ha 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 ha. But he is practicing his magic. He is starting to get a charge. Oh, he just let Necro cool. Perfect. We can... I feel like those death ones can be very useful. But we're gonna have him practice his untamed spells. Because now he's got 2 untamed spells. Necrocool, Inferniate. We need Chillio, Minionize, and Zip Zap. De-Deathify and Decusify could be useful. Duplicator, I'm not sure, is one that we'll ever need. On the practical side, I don't know if we need any of the practical spells. Maybe Copy Pasto. I need Gabriel to learn Copy Pasto, so that's going to have to be one he learns in the future. Being spellcasters and going into a life of crime does have its perks. I might need him to go and spend a day, though, back home with the fams, just reading through all the spell books properly at one point, if I need them to learn quicker. But it is almost 7 in the morning, and I'm thinking we need to get a start on renovating the house. We're going to do a little bit of that today. We're going to start down here. We're going to start down here now. So leave those guys upstairs to their own devices. And we're just going to get everything out of here. Because this place is... like, it's great, but it's not... it's not quite Carling. It's not quite Carling. Which is a... if you don't understand what Carling is, there is an advert in the UK. I mean, I don't know if it's still airing now, but it's like there's like a beer we sell in the UK called Carling. There's like, we got so many ales and beers in this country that we sell, and there's like one where someone's like doing, like, some dude is like trying to do something like cool and badass, and it kind of fails, but he did all right, and then this other guy goes, "It's good, but it's not quite Carling," and he's holding like a pint of Carling beer, and it's like, Carling, blah 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 blah. I don't know. Beer adverts are weird. Beer adverts are weird in the UK, especially because they're all trying to be super manly, which, you know, not the worst thing. I, though, not too keen on beer myself. I'm actually a whiskey person, which is quite surprising. I have an unopened bottle of Jack Daniels in our cupboard, though, because I've never had a reason to drink it lately. Although now that I'm locked up in the house, now seems like a good time to use it. Because we've also got a bottle of Disaronno, which is my boyfriend's. He got that, I think, from his parents. His parents got him that. I can't remember where he got the Disaronno from. But he's had that for a few years now, definitely. So yeah, I'm thinking, so for down here, I'm thinking, moving away from the alcohol talk, we want kind of like a base of operations, but nothing too like, I like the idea of the rec room, but because of how big this place is and just how much stuff we've got, I feel like we should definitely utilize the downstairs for more criminal-based operations, especially because when you go down into basements, the frame rate's actually so much better, which I quite like because it's downstairs and everything else, the entire world, is upstairs above it. So I'm thinking we maybe go a little more rundown base of operations, like very criminal based, especially because we're gonna sort of do a thing where, oh, didn't mean to grab that, where basically where this room is, we're gonna sort of hide it off, I guess, or like build it into the kitchen, because we're gonna take out this bedroom and turn this into a big old kitchen dining area, and then sort of turn these ones here into sort of a living room area and make a garage here. So we've got ideas to work with. So I'm thinking for now, we're going to start off by making our base of operations down here. We need bricks, we need like dirt, we need a vault. Really? That's the outside. That doesn't feel very basement-y. There's actually, I think Realm of Magic gave us some basement-y, magnificent brick. It's very kind of interesting, but I know there was like some nice new bricky basement, like one of those brooding brick patterns, kind of old. These kind of work because it kind of proves just like maybe how old the house is. Determined brick, that works really well because it makes it look so old. I kind of like that one. Are there any other colors? There's a nice red. That's quite faded. Oh, looks like we're using it. Let's just put the colors up against each other. So I kind of like that. That one looks like very old. This one looks super like, the middle one looks sort of super old and like dejected. So I think this one works. And then just for the outside, we get like the dirt walls, I think, because this is a basement after all that they built into. So just pop that on the outside. That makes it a bit, that's actually better because it's cheaper. So now we've got this kind of old bricky looking basement, very sort of decrepit. And I'm thinking like definitely worn brick floors, maybe metal. Maybe metal, like linoleum, that kind of works because it looks super old and worn. That's kind of the theme I'm going for here. We don't have any new unlocks yet. I like that. I love these. I love these like signs and stuff. I was so glad when they added the live edit objects stuff to like all the world environment stuff to the game, like to the debug menu. So like not only do we get model cars and stuff, but we get like all the fun things as well. Like all those like really cool little like environmental things like broken signs, broken like fences, that big old dino gasoline looking sign. Like I love that. I absolutely love that, and I think it's just fantastic. And, you know, credit where credit's due to the devs. Yes, sometimes their ideas aren't great, My First Pet stuff being the prime example of that, but when they do add things to the base game, like adding in live edit objects, new debug stuff, like when they added all the debug stuff for Strangeville, you gotta give them credit where it's due, because they're doing an absolute bang up job with this game. Like super bang up job. Like I'm super happy with how this game is turning out. I do wish there were more though. Like I do want other things. I do want more romance animations. I want more ways to kiss someone. I want the oh god, I want the goose to come back. I know it's a little bit risque having Sims pinch each other's butts, but you know, why not? It's funny. It's funny, especially when they kind of go, ah, like you've seen the Passionate Romance mod do that. Let's grab that big old laundry day light bulb. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look how like horrible and decrepit this looks. But we do need that. We do need a proper table though. We need like the proper gang table where everyone can stand around and put the blueprints all over it. Alright, I'm kind of done with the basement now. It's looking very dire and kind of gross, but looks like the people had plans down there. Like we've got the TV monitors, we've got the bug device, I've got a couple dead aliens in jars here, a crystal, just like some like just random like clutter everywhere. I've also grabbed the this is the only thing that's unlocked, the VIP bucket, and I've grabbed one because that's technically Azrael's from his date with Coda. So I figured I'd hold on to that one at least. I'd buy that and hold on to that for Azrael so he can put that in his room when that gets done. But for now, that is pretty much the basement sorted. I know I was going to put a vault down, but I don't know if there's... There might be. No, I'm not sure if there will be. No, okay, we're done with the basement for now. It's looking old and decrepit and stuff, and it's just like, bleh. But we're going to focus just a little bit on Azrael getting his magic up. He's also going to head out a little bit later on into the morning to go and meet up with someone in Strangeville, because Max has been making connections and has a bit of a... He's just like, he's been like sniffing around looking for people, and he's trying to look for someone to join his crew. I think he's actually got a guy who's a co-worker, although he's not listed on it because I don't think he's actually met him yet. But there's a guy he works with already that he's kind of just, you know, putting his feelers out for, and he's heard of like another guy out in Strangeville who's kind of living in a trailer. He's a bit down on his luck. So he's kind of thinking maybe we can persuade this guy to come. He gets to live in the big house. He gets a little bit of... That's what I needed. Chilio. Perfect. Thank you, Azrael. He gets a little bit of money in his pocket, helping Max out. Maybe he does like little things, little like jobs for him. Maybe he does... Did I say he was going to be the hacker? Yeah, he's going to be the hacker because Max is like, right, if we want a crew, here's things we're going to need. Max is obviously the lead like guy. He is the tough guy. He is the boss. He is the leader of this crew. Azrael being, you know, a skilled spellcaster, having a little bit of luck with certain aspects of crime, in that he's a klepto, so he's all about that stealing. He is going to be the thief, the resident thief for the crew, and he's looking for a hacker, and he's kind of maybe found one out in Strangeville. He's going to try and persuade him. So Azrael has to go out and speak to him a bit later, but first he's going to see if he can get a third untamed spell first, because we've got... Oh no, get a fourth one. So we've got Chilio, Inferniate, and Necrocool. We get Zip Zap and Minionize here. Minionize we're going to need, because that basically puts someone under our control, which means we can get them to do anything. Mostly clean. But it'll be one way to get someone out. Oh, you're looking a little bit charged up there. If you can get Zip Zap or Minionize, that'll be fine. Then you can take a break, and then you go out into Strangeville today. How's your mischief going, Max? 75% done. It's also been like 25 minutes because I spent like a good like 20 odd minutes just working on that basement alone, which I'm pretty chuffed with. Like, it looks good. They can get bugs. You know, there's like a big old thing with a creepy ass plant in here. One they can just view. Please tell me you can't steal that. You can study it for historical insights. Oh yeah, because your archaeology skill. Oh yeah, yeah. Fair enough. You can go to the bathroom in a little bit when you're done. I'm kind of wondering if it's worth it for him to learn potions. The untamed and mischief spells are a bit more useful for his situation and kind of the things he wants to do. Again, look at all these damn traits he's got. You know, taking out nurture and being bi. Everything else is like he is earned through hard work and dedication. And yet he's such a good boy. He is such a nice person that he's just like, I'm such a nice person, I can't be mean to people. I will, however, steal stuff from them. You know, I won't be mean to their face. I'll just steal their wallets while they're not looking. Maybe that's his sort of, like, his thing. That could be part of, I think that's kind of what works for him. He is very, very charged up. Right now, how you doing on the charging up? Ooh, we're looking quite charged. Okay, yeah, we'll take a break from that. But him being a compassionate and, you know, responsible, good-mannered, like, guy kind of works for him. Daryl, am I getting smart with you? How would you know? Dude, you don't wanna annoy Daryl. Daryl, you don't want to piss off Max, because Max is gonna do something bad. I mean, Daryl is a spellcaster, but you know, Max is just like, how dare they? He's also feeling sad about his body again. Poor boy. Here's the thing, he's not too bad looking. He's a little bit on the oddly shaped side, but that's just jocks. And you can't really blame him for that. Boost your confidence, boy, when you're done. Boost your confidence. Where the hell did you go? Oh, you've got to watch TV. Okay. That's fine. Alright. You're feeling very charged up. I don't think you can you actively discharge yourself? I don't think you can. Oh, you can. Okay. Just do that for now. Just do that. Just get rid of your just discharge yourself so you feel a bit better. Oh yeah, that's what we got. You can discharge, which empties your spellcast charge, and you've got the power shunt. Yeah, that's what I gave you. Oh yeah, because I was going to give you this one, because you get Spectral Reach, Master Caster, and Master Duelist. So that'll be very useful for you, you know, when you get to Adept. But we're going to go and head on out to Strangeville now. Caleb has just shown up. Sure. He's just like, I'm going to go chat with my local spellcaster. And it's like, sure. Alright, go and tell Max that you're going to head on out and go and talk to that guy that you, go and talk to the guy that, Max has said to you to go find. Just like, what's up, Max? How you feeling? He's like, oh, I'm great. I'm great. Why did these two do that? I get that you two are close, but you don't have to kiss each other every time you say hello to each other. It might be a Windenburg thing. It might also be this is how we say hello in Windenburg. Or this might just be how Max greets everyone. But Azrael's just like, alright, I'm going to go out to Strangeville. I'm going to go meet that guy. And hopefully if all things go well, I will be bringing him back. Castiel wants to chat. Answer your brother's call first, because he might be wanting to chat first. You can also just get rid of that glass. Like, still feeling really insecure about yourself. And he's having to deal with trolls. There's a problem with a bad reputation, Max. People are gonna annoy you. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but I have a mod, which I think Clash of Orm found, which I managed to find because someone linked it. But basically it turns the bricks into iPhones. Castiel spread some gossip about Gabriel, and that got you really mad. Wow, what did your brother do that just annoyed you so much? Well, never mind that. You've got to go to Strangeville to go and meet with a guy and be like, hey, do you want to join our crew? Because you have no choice, because otherwise my mate will break your legs, and you don't want that. So we've arrived at the trailer. You guys might recognize this. I've used this before. I just love this trailer. Azrael's gonna be like, so this is where the guy lives. Okay. There's some weird ass, like, Some weird-ass bulbs sort of grown up and around the trailer. That's not good at all. Like, that's really not good at all. So he's just going to take a couple pictures of those and just be like, huh, weird-ass bulbs. I could send these to my brother, to my little brother Gabriel. Because Gabriel has sort of developed a bit of an obsession with Strangerville. He likes to go to here after school to hang out with Kenai and the Mystery Kids and just be like, why is this place so goddamn weird? Like, look at that guy, like, walking around like he's got a... Like, someone's just taken his spine and replaced it with a pole. And then you got this little bit here, which is...
Yodi Bibna! Yodi Bibna!
You are not Erwin. I need to find Erwin. I'm hoping he's alright. I'm hoping he's alright and he hasn't... No, he shouldn't have died. He should technically be an adult by now, but... Still, I'm worried for my boy Owen. So he's like, huh, okay, weird place. This guy is obviously broke. If he lives here. Oh, Coda's like, do you want to go out on a date? And Azrael's like, I can, I've got to do job stuff, you understand, right? Coda's like, no worries, then you can come over to mine later on tonight, which Azrael just might have to do. So he's knocking on the door, heading on in, and sitting at the computer doing work. We have a sim by the name of Stephen Burnett. Points if you recognize him. He was made by, they're called Abdineb, I think, on the gallery. It's like a whole thing. It's a bit hard to say. I think it is Abdineb. I'll put the name up on the screen for you. But this is Stephen. He is like kind of down on his luck. He's poor. He lives in a trailer. He's got $20 to his name. Literally all he has is 20 bucks. Azrael is just like, you must be the guy. Just, hi there, I'm Azrael. And somehow his magic has really, like, okay, don't yell at the poor boy. Perhaps it's because he's magic, perhaps not, but Stephen already is just like, I like you. You're nice. You seem like a polite, nice person. Because polite is right. His politeness plus with a little bit of magic has, like, already got Stephen, like, on his good side. Also, dude has one hell of a chest. Look at the size of that chest. So Azrael's like, you are the guy Max was telling me about. You must be... We're not complimenting his body. We're going to get to know him. We're going to learn a little bit about him. Find out just who he is. And see if we can, butter him up. So we can finally get him to say, hey, do you want to come live with us? You don't want to live in this place. Stephen is romantic. You romantic? So he's like, tell me a little bit about yourself, Stephen. Where do you come from? What are you doing in Strangerville? Like, what are you doing? Just what are you doing here? To which Stephen is just like, well, I came here about 2 months ago. Just got out of prison. Have no money. I had like $100 to my name. This place costs 80. Now I have 20. I'm in a... It's very hard to, like, live in this place. Everyone here is kind of weird and creepy, but it's affordable. I kind of steal things to sell. I'm also a little bit of a hacker. And just, I'm living simoleon to simoleon. To which Azrael is like, really? You can hack? And he's like, yep, not too bad, if I say so myself. And he's like, well, you're just in luck. My friend Max is putting a crew together, and he needs a hacker. So if you're interested, you can get out of this trailer. You can sell it for maybe a bit of a profit with a little bit of embezzling. And you can come over to the mansion that we live in. It's big, you'll have space. We can get you a little setup to hack and code and, put viruses out there. And you can be the guy we need for our little crew. Stephen is also non-committal. How interesting. So we're going to get to know him a little bit more. He had new friends. He keeps wandering around. He's going to get food now. We're just going to keep buttering him up, essentially. We're going to chat about things. We're going to tell him an engaging story, and I think at some point we can ask him to move in with us. So when that comes, we'll be able to do that. There we go. Literally right there. Max has got work in an hour, so we can ask him, just be like, do you want to get out of this really god-awful trailer? We've got like plenty of space in our house, and you'll have somewhere you can have a proper coding setup. How does that sound? And Steven is like, you know what, I like the sound of that. I don't have to live in this trailer, and creepy people keep knocking on my door like 2 in the morning. It's weird. So, Steven is coming to live with us. Come on, Steven. Off with your 17 simoleons in your pocket, plus however much you can sell for this place, which you got 20 grand for. So now Steven lives with us, and they have this weird little house. Now we can get to know Steven a little bit more. So he is unemployed. He wants to be rich though, and he's apparently earned 21 grand so far. He has nothing in his inventory. He is a non-committal, romantic, materialistic, but business-savvy guy, and knows, well, it says he has no skills. He only has video gaming and charisma, but he kind of has some hacking abilities. Have you just busted out that? Yes, you have. He's just like, cool, time to go and bust out the guitar. Bad idea, but we're gonna head on home because Max is about to head into work. And we're gonna go and bring Steven in. Just be like, I got him. We now have a new friend living with us in the house, and his name is Steven. So we're back. We now have almost 100 grand in this house. Like, Azrael just full on just like flew into the house, and Steven's like, he can fly. Wow, I didn't know people could do that. And he had to walk in like a chump. He had to walk all the way home. He had to walk all the way back here. But Azrael actually has to go out in a little bit, so I'm going to have him just go and take a nap. He's going to go and take a nap. He's going to stop browsing the web, take a nap, and Steven's just like, can I get some food? Because I am starving. I've lived on nothing but ramen, and after a while you get sick of that. And he's like, oh, grilled cheese, yes. Grilled cheese, yes. Why are you embarrassed now? Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, Max. Oh, boy. He's working on the job, and all of a sudden, apparently it's time to raise the sails. I don't fucking know. But, oh dear, Max is now super, super embarrassed. On top of his body insecurity, it's not looking good for Max. He's off to a rough start. You're off to sleep. Just to get a nap in, so you're feeling a little bit refreshed. And Steven is just like, I'm eating food, this house is nice, there's central heating, and I'm away from all those creepy ass Strangeville people with the bug eyes. It's a life of crime, but so long as I get to stay in a sweet house, I have no complaints. Like, he is in such a happy mood. He had a nice, pleasant conversation with Azrael and loved his polite manners. Like, they're already, like, good friends. He's just like, I like Azrael. He's cool. He's cool. So Steven is our new resident guy. He's gonna go and he's gonna live in this bed for now. He's gonna live in this bed for now and just be like, I'm gonna go sleep here because I can. And we're gonna go and just let Azrael prepare for his job for tonight. He might have to bring Coda with him for this. We're getting up. We're getting a hot dog or a tofu dog. We're eating a tofu dog. And we've got our spells ready, so we're gonna be going into the pancake household. We are gonna freeze both Eliza and Bob, and let's hope they don't have any children in this house. We are gonna set a couple things on fire to get the message across. We're gonna leave the gnome that Max has told Azrael to buy, a grim gnome, and also maybe steal something to send a message to Bob Pancakes that you don't mess with other people's women. Because we all know that he's been snooping around, and because Emrys works with Willow, Emrys has kind of been witnessing these things, and he's been saying, Bob, knock it off. But Bob has just not been caring. Willow's been very uncomfortable, And then Azrael has caught wind of this through rumors and through Coda, because Willow tells Coda all this stuff. And Azrael told Max, and Max is like, well, I'm going to be rude to Bob because he's a sad sack of slobberiness. And then he's just like, but you are going to send the real message. So we've got our foodies eaten, and we're going to go to the Pancakes house, and we're going to cause so much trouble for them. It's a bit rainy here.
Oh.
But Azrael is going to make sure he's got his time to do crime outfit ready, which I believe is this one here. Yep. He is all dressed. It is time to do crime. And if he's right... No, Clifford, I'm not making a donation to charity, but he's going to go and knock on the door. Just briefly. Nice place. Bob's sitting in here. Eliza is upstairs on the computer. Note these guys have separate bedrooms. No kids, thankfully. He's like, alright. Bob Pancakes. You're gonna go and just freeze him so he can't do much. Oh no, that's not good. Well, Bob is just so oblivious that someone's just tried to cast a spell on him, and he's just like, this movie's great. This movie's great. Never mind that Azrael is by the is frozen behind the sofa. Bob is just so oblivious. These guys are way too oblivious. Well, that didn't work out so great, and Bob still didn't even notice. Eliza's coming down to get coffee, and he's like, maybe I can send her a message. Then, because he's gotta like torture both the Pancakes. Swear to God, this better work. She's currently drinking coffee. She's like, let me just put my coffee cup down first. And Eliza Pancakes, fellow spellcaster, has now been turned to ice. And Bob is just like, I could swear there's someone else in this house. And he is so oblivious that he does not even realize that he's also just been turned into ice. We got a couple hours. We should have some time, so now we're going to go up and just figure out what we can swipe. We need something quick to swipe that we can get away with. Is there even any? There's like nothing he can swipe, I don't think. How much mischief do you have? Because I know that the more you have, the more stuff you can steal. Gonna have to go and look for everything now. We're just gonna set a couple things on fire. We're gonna set the statue on fire. We're gonna set the computer on fire. And then we're going to try and attempt to steal the bird bath. There we go. So, that has now been set on fire. These guys are still down here. Frozen. Go. Computer's now set on fire. That's getting quite big. We're going to set this on fire so Bob has no way to... Okay, fire started nearby. And now it's like, alright. Okay, leave the house then. Max has been promoted. The delirium spell kind of backfired on Azrael a bit. Now he's kind of wandering around. But the message was sent, things were set on fire. He wasn't able to steal anything, but he froze them both and he set their computer and their stuff on fire. The bus, this thing, basically everything. The message got sent, but for some reason, neither of them confronted Azrael about this. I guess they're apparently so self-absorbed and self-centered that they just did not notice. I mean, Bob is oblivious. Like, Azrael froze in his living room and he had no reaction. But also, yeah, just checked and Eliza's pregnant, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But he's going to be dazed for a couple hours. but I'm going to send him home.
To Trebane.
So
Pip
Azrael's now explaining to
Travoy.
Max what happened. It's like, well, there were a couple of snags, but I froze them both, set a couple things on fire, might have made myself delirious at one point, but the funniest thing was I accidentally froze myself in the living room. Bob did not notice at all. Like, he just stopped watching the movie. And Max is just like, wow, he is not the brightest, is he? He's like, he is a total dumbass. He's a total dumbass. Someone freezes in your living room and he just has no reaction. He just kept watching the movie like nothing was going on. How you doing, by the way? He's like, had a bit of a mishap at work, but everything's good. I got a promotion. Don't pick on his weight. He's already... Max is already like, yeah, apologize, because now you feel bad. Now you feel bad. For God's sakes, Azrael. You need to use a computer to cause mischief 3 times. So I'm going to get him to do some hacking quickly just before... Do you have any programming skills? You don't. Okay. Then... Troll. Troll, for the love of God, stop picking on Max's weight. He's already feeling like bad about his body already. And Steven is just walking in, just being like, "Sup, bro?" And then Max is just like, "Oh God, why does he have to be hot?" It's just like, well, this is great. I'm going to bed. I feel like crap already. Then Azrael insulted me. And now Steven has just walked in and I can't be dealing with that. So I'm going to go off to bed. And Steven just walked into the kitchen. Max is just like, for God's sakes, this day cannot get any worse. And Steven is just a little bit oblivious to it all. But he is going to go and... I assume just walk around the house naked. I'm actually going to go and finish this episode here whilst we just look at Steven for a little bit. So, we now have a third guy in the house. Steven is now part of the crew. I might have to give him the job so he goes into the Oracle stuff. So I might just do that quickly. Azrael was able to convince Steven to join the house. We got the basement sorted out. I'll probably do a little bit more. Maybe out of a... recording. You guys got to see the basement, which was pretty decent. So we had that, which is actually pretty good. And Azrael was able to tell Bob Pancakes to leave Willow alone, or, you know, he'll do more than set fire to his house and freeze him and his wife and the expectant baby, because I did not realize that until I checked Eliza on MCC when she did the little vomit motion. So, oops. But also, you know, the kind of thing that these guys would do. Unfortunately. Steven is also quite a nice guy, so him being the hacker is also pretty decent. Also, he is just so pretty. Look at how pretty he is. Thank you, Abdeneb, for making Steven. He is the best. Thank you very much. So I'm going to finish this episode here. Next episode coming up is Ron Magic. We'll be doing stuff with Gabriel for that. And he's going to be celebrating his... he needs to finish... Gabriel's going to be finishing off his... WizKid aspiration, but he's also going to hopefully be celebrating his birthday, maybe, and then he will be moving out to Strangeville with Kenai for reasons, and then there'll be teenagers, and then Mystery Boys will be starting up. All the spin-offs are happening at the same time because everyone's growing up and doing their own things. Then also we're going to be doing Realm of Darkness. Realm of Darkness is going to be Castiel and Eden's thing. I just have to get some stuff done for that beforehand, before I can start that series, and that's going to be a fun part. Okay, I'm going to let you eat because you're getting hungry, but next Empire episode, we're going to see if Max can meet the other criminal guy from his crew he's working with, see if we can't get him to join the gang. Maybe we'll see if Azrael can get some more spells, cause some more mischief, because his magic's coming on pretty well now. And for Steven, well, he's got so many adventures that I don't know what he's going to do. But we can figure that out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye now.